What's up, everybody? This is your girl Erica from the Classy Climb blog. Coming in late tonight. I've been on 7 Zoom calls today. 7. Feeling better though. Feeling good. What's up? Yes, I am late to my own party. If you don't know who I am, I'm Erica Williams of the Classy Climb blog, author of the Smartphone Millionaire book, How to Invest in People, Businesses, and Real Estate from the Palm of Your Hand. You can grab it on Amazon. You can also grab the Gratitude Journal on Amazon. Sorry, I dropped something over here. Anyway, uh, hello everybody. Now you know I was gonna come on earlier, but I told the VA I meant 7 something earlier, but he knew I had my Rise to 20% training earlier, so we couldn't do both. Now you guys know why we're here. Chris Rock talked about it many years ago. You got these folks out here acting a monkey fool. That's right, I said a monkey fool. Now look, I go to Dallas, and Dallas has a reputation for being uppity. Now, if you know any context of the word uppity, you can go look that up and find the historical context of it. Dallas has a history of having wealthy Black people. Dallas has the Black people have moved away from the other Black people, and they live on that side of town. Now, this restaurant we're talking about, this man, 75% of his business is women. This restaurant has been booked out for months. Now, we want to be fair and balanced, like Fox News. No, and in the effort to do so, everybody and their mom in Dallas was talking about how they were going to book themselves at this location, how they were going to go to this restaurant, and how they loved it. And then all of a sudden, he out here telling people to act like they have some sense, to get off a glass window door kind of thing. You go see the restaurant, it's downtown. It's a frosted glass, but it's clearly glass. How many times do we have to tell grown women to not shake their booty on a glass window at a restaurant? Can someone tell me how many times we have to tell grown women this? And the reason I bring this up is, there used to be a saying, if you drop something in the kitchen, this is why we can't have nice things. This restaurant has been on people's wait list for months now. It's been booked up for 2 months. And the initial people on Twitter going, oh, this Black man just killed his business. And a bunch of Black people were like, no, he didn't. We don't act like that in restaurants. Now, you're going to go online, and I'm going to tell you, don't do it. You're going to Google booty twerking, and it's just, it's appalling. Don't do it. It'll scare you, what they have up there. But yes, sometimes at other restaurants at late at night, 1 or 2 in the morning, they act it up. But this is not that restaurant. I don't want you shaking your booty over my steak and lobster tail. I don't want booty funk in the air where my food is. Am I wrong? I'm just trying to figure it out, right? Because that don't make sense to me. Now, and I'll be very honest, if you don't want twerking in your restaurant, should you be playing twerkish music? No, but let's also be honest. We've all been somewhere and we hear a song and we're just kind of dancing in our seat. That happens. We get a little excited. We're dancing in our seat. We're getting a little happy, but we don't stand up on someone's furniture and start twerking in the air. We don't go over our grandma's house and get on her couch and shake her and step our toes in it. Dave Chappelle style, bump your couch. We don't do that. We do not do that. Now, this man has been for months a place that is backed up. And if you guys don't know Dallas and Houston, you can go in. I'm sorry, Houston. I apologize. How many people in the chat from Houston? Can some people in the chat let us know if we from Houston? If you in Houston, it's not uncommon to be at some of these locations where hookah is played and people is out there shaking their rump. I'm going to just say that. I'm going to say it real clear. In Houston, y'all act like y'all ain't got no sense. And in Dallas, there's an air in some parts of a little bit of like old money. We got some money. Get up out of here acting stupid. It's in Atlanta too. It's in parts of Atlanta. Like, you're not going to go in some of these restaurants and coming there with your Uggs on and your jeans and looking sloppy. Come on, man. You're not gonna do that. And it's disingenuous that Black people, let's be really honest. Can we have a moment? Can we have a real honest moment? I know I've got a very diverse audience, but let's be real quick. You got the same Black women who get mollywopped upside the head by Asian nail techs talking about they're offended this Black man cursed at them. Are you for real right now? These are the same people who straight got hit with a broom. I saw one video, another video where where a lady and her daughter, they're throwing chemicals in their face. And you know those chemicals at the nail place are no joke. And so they'll be right back up in there getting their nails done the next week. But this Black man, because he told you to sit yourself down after he came over there twice, how many times you got to tell? And let's be really honest, I'm going to say it because it's ugly. She over 30, yo. Her whole table looked like somebody's aunties. She clearly in the mid 30s going on 40. Too old for that. You know, if it was some girls 19 or 20, I've hung out at different places in Houston, Money Madu and all of us and different people, and people out there shaking it. It's funny. But guess what? All those girls were 19, 20, 21, and 22, and 23. And we were at a location where that's funny. This ain't funny. So someone mentioned in the comments that it's been booked 3,000 times since being canceled. Yeah, it sure is. And it's going to be booked even more. He was booked up before and he'll be booked up again. Because this is what I call it. There's a level of Black women who do a temperature test. Is it cool with everybody? Then they're going to keep rocking with it. If it's not cool, then it's terrible. Yeah, I don't rock with them either. Be your own person. Have your own thoughts. But this is what I experienced growing up as a kid, where I refused to act stupid. I refused to hang out with hood people. You acting white, Erica. Look at you wearing them cowboy boots and eating with two hands and silverware. Look at you. What are you talking about? I played tennis and golf in high school at a private, majority Black private school in Fayetteville, North Carolina. And the looks and the conversations. I remember I was riding in a car with some white people and they said 4 5s or something. They were rapping a J. Cole song. And I said, what? 4 or 5? What is that? They're like, Erica, I'm more Black than you. The amount of me cussing them out was unrealistic because it was an insult for you to think hood, trashy, knowing what a particular gun slang is makes you more Black than me. I will take my foot and put it in the back of your head, even though you're driving. I am enough crazy Indian out of North Carolina to beat the crap out of you while you're driving the car and make us all wreck. But on the flip side, I do know when I go in a particular restaurant, I can't act any old kind of way. And the fact that you have all these Black women saying, well, he shouldn't have been playing that music. Are you serious? So if someone starts playing music, you just get out of your car in the middle of the street and just start dancing because you can't control yourself? That's the most crazy thing I've ever heard. So again, I just wanted to bring this up to y'all because this is a beautiful location. It's booked and busy. He will continue to be booked. Look at these chairs. Look at these chairs. Would you want somebody in these chairs twerking? These ain't the same chairs, but I just want to show it just because I think it's important to see the atmosphere in this place. Okay? Like, are you twerking on them 10 chairs? Not if you're over 200 pounds, you're not. And again, there's a level of, if you go to some of these places where it's a brunch atmosphere, they happen to play music that, are instrumental. Half the song will be instrumental, half the song will be just a good vibe. And this is where people say, bitch, don't kill my vibe. This is what they mean. Like, come to the place, enjoy the music, but like, don't do that. So again, the sad part is this owner is getting, and people are like, Erica, he's committing business suicide. No, he's not. The rule of, let me tell you something. Kevin Hart, and I'm going to do a whole video to add it to my course I just released. Kevin Hart is a prime example of someone who's using bad press right now to drive more sales and traffic. He did some kind of special. I ain't going to watch it because I think Kevin Hart's been not funny for 5 years now. But the only reason I know about it is because everybody's bashing it. And the number one thing was Joe Button. And a lot of people were like, the day it came out, the company was pulling all these positive comments and posting them all over the thing. You know why? Because that's called marketing. What we'll do is we'll take testimonials, we'll take positive conversations and bury all the negative feedback. So let's say I had 500 positive comments. Every time I get anywhere from 10 to 100 negative comments, I throw some more positive on top of it. And cancel culture only works really well. I'm going to just be honest. When you see somebody like the restaurant in Atlanta, and I'm going to say it, the man came there in Air Force Ones, some raggedy cornrows on his head, and a very whatever shirt. Now that black man could have came in there with a button up, same with the same Air Force Ones, hair a little bit better, right? A little bit better, and they would have let it slide. Period. Presentation matters. But because the owner was not black in the middle of Atlanta where y'all keep claiming y'all own everything, cancel culture tried to take that person down. And I go, look, you have a restaurant here. It's a black owner. It's a black man. You ask these black men to be vocal and build things and start things. Here they are, building and starting things. Look at how these women are dressed. And I'm just be honest. If any one of these lovely ladies at this table got up and start throwing it in a circle, I'm gonna be like, sis, I'm gonna be mad because she got booty dust in the air near my pancakes. This isn't a strip club. This is a place you go and do Pinterest things. This is a place where you take Instagram pictures. Okay? And so I really wanted to do this video because what I've noticed is I will talk to my white business owner friends and I will talk to my black business owner friends, and some of the stuff that y'all expect us to put up with for how y'all, like, I've seen people, I'm being very careful. I've seen people go to somebody's channel and the guy is less accomplished, less talent, less everything, and be like, well, Erica, this guy over here told me this. I don't care what broke Uncle Joe told you, who has no business, no accomplishments, and just because he's a man, you want to listen to him. That's fine. But don't bring it back to me like I should be jumping over imaginary hurdles. I just had to, it burns me up. But I just wanted to show this pictures of this place because a lot of people try to act like, oh my God, this brother was yelling at them. And again, this woman's too old for that. 35 is old enough to know not to put your butt in the air on furniture at a restaurant after somebody's told you twice. And the people in the crowd are kind of egging her on in the video, like, ha, 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 you know, laughing. But there's clearly many faces who are not enjoying that mess. They're not thinking it's funny. To see how this girl's posing right here, this is what this place is. It's one of those places where you get them in there, you take your Instagram photos with your cocktail, you're nicely dressed. You know, you're there for the vibe, and that's it. So anyway, let me see some of y'all comments because, you know, I feel like he's completely 100% justified. How many times, and people always want to show you, the pork chops look good. People always want to show you the negative real quick. Oh, look how he yelled. Look how he cursed. He cursed 2 times. Would I have cursed? No, I don't think it's important. It's not, it wasn't the place for it, especially when you get the feeling that somebody's recording you. You got to always remember somebody's recording you somewhere. But 2, he did the right thing. He immediately dropped a video of him coming over to the table 2 times before that. How many times you got to ask grown people to act right? Look at this place. This is a brunch place. Brunches, okay? Brunches and act like you got sense. It's Pinterest. This is a Pinterest place, y'all. This is all for the Pinterest. Okay? So I'm going to get in here and ask some of y'all what you said. Okay? Because it's, I could have talked about it yesterday, but I saw it and I was like, are we really trying to justify a 35? She looked 35. Her table looked like somebody's auntie's. Are we really trying to justify some 40-year-old women up on a chair on a glass window? Because if you know that glass window broke, he would have been sued. They'd have sued him for all he was worth. Come on now. Anyway, so listen. Let me see some of y'all comments. I know y'all was complaining because I was late, but guess what? Get over it. Adobe said he's gonna leave. All right, leave then. Internet's vast and big. It's gonna be all right. Okay. So anyway, yes, Brooklyn, Zoom calls are tiring, but they're the safe. People want to feel safe. They want to Zoom it to me. They want to show me the property. They don't want to meet me in person. They want to be safe. So that's the thing. Who paying good money for steak? And I mean, listen, if you was at a strip club in Atlanta or Las Vegas and there was twerking, okay, I get you. But this ain't a nightclub and this ain't a strip club. And it was a little bit packed in there too. I don't know if he's gonna pass all the COVID regulation. Dallas is whack. You are full of lies. You was a lie. I'm gonna say this very clearly. I get really sick and tired of the phrase that looks bad for black women. No, it just looks bad for women. It looks bad for women. I know people are like, but black women, Erica, black women. I'm gonna be very clear. I see fat white women with colorful hair, married, booed up every day, twice on Sunday here in Austin, in parts of when I went to Las Vegas, when I went to Arizona. Yeah. These white people, they be looking raggedy too. Don't get it twisted. Don't let that hype fool you, okay? That they're out here being wholesome and it's just us Negroes ruining it for everybody. Like, don't believe that. Don't fall for that hype. Okay? Y'all are crazy. Who, Philip? That's my whole point. Who is like, she had a right, sis. She has a right. Like, who? Who's defending this? And I was on Twitter and they were like, you can't be saying it's a classy place and curse at sisters in the same sentence. Well, what is he supposed to do? He came over there twice. How many times do I have to ask a grown person to not be on my furniture? How many times? I don't know. Y'all tell me. How many times do I got to ask grown people not to be on my furniture? So where was the security? Security! Sitting on the couch, stanking up the air, doing the most. My camera is looking real fuzzy. I don't know why. Exactly. How many times I gotta tell you to sit down? Yo, he is got. I think he's gotten 3,000 new appointments, reservations since this happened. I even posted yesterday, I support you. He DM'd me and said, sis, if you want to set up a reservation, here's the link. Thank you so much. Like, let me know when you come through. It's crazy. I don't even want to. I'm not gonna read that. Please don't shake your wop by my steak. Blech. Don't do it. Don't shake that thing over here. That food does look great. Isn't that great, Citizen Lou? Isn't that just great? How the power of money, right? The power of, okay, we're going to support this brother with our money. Like, say what you will about the whole Kyle Rittenhouse thing. White people supported him with the monies. Let's get this kid out of jail. I know that's a far stretch from our conversation, but that's what you do. Club Applebee's, exactly. If you want to be at the club, go to Club Applebee's. Paul, no, lady plants a lot. I don't care if there's a great one where it was like Cash Money Records 99, and it was like the TikTok was like all these moms are at a park like, oh no, it's playing. What? Where? If there is video evidence of him having men swag surfing on glass tables, these tables are glass. Show me where that is. Show me. Yeah, Houston got a lot going on. Magic City. Ew. Ew. There was not. Listen, go back and watch the videos. Brooklyn News, you're gonna have to send me all the links. Come on now. Because I've been watching this thing. I've been watching it. He spoke to 2 tables. That's it. The one with the black lady with the black dress on the glass, knowing her ass could have fell through because she was not light, and one other table. That's it. SNS consult. Am I lying? They will get molly-whopped by them Asian men and be back in there the next day, and then be like, "What are you talking about? Since you over there where the man was molly-whopping people?" Yeah, well, he did. She was aggressive. Like, they'll find all kind of excuses, but let that brother come tell you to get your ass off his couch, shaking it in the air, and he wrong. Even the other day when I watched Kevin Shaw start getting sick, where people are like, "Well, you could say it this way," and they're spending money. I don't give a damn if you're spending money at somebody's place. You can't be acting like that. Come on now, y'all. Too old. You did tell them all 3 times. People literally were like, "Sis, you going over there?" And my friend in Dallas literally said, "I know who not to invite." He's like, "If I have my mother, my grandmother, and all these people over there, and I play twerking music, don't mean I want you twerking from my grandmother, my mother, and my child." Come on now, that's crazy. Oh, sit your old wop down somewhere. Sit that Applebee's wop down. That old 1990s freak neat wop down. Sit that grandmother too. Get that out of here. It's crazy. And the thing of it is BB Robinson, there's people play instrumentals all the time. I go to several like white brunch areas who play instrumentals, a little bit of hip hop, a little bit of country, all the time. Now, I think he went and spoke to the DJ, but even if I play an instrumental of something, or I play a little bit of the words, doesn't mean you hop in the middle of the floor at a restaurant and dance. There's no dance floor there. It'd be one thing if there was a dance floor. I would agree with y'all, but there was no dance floor. Again, I agree. Listen, if a white security guard, and I'm going to be honest, if a white security guard came over there and yelled at them to sit down the first time, they might have been like, "Oh my God, I can't believe he talked to us that way." But the second time, I don't think that would have went that way. I don't think that went that way. Don't do them like what? Listen, all press is good press. However you want to spend it, turn it, shake it, it's up to you. Hey, Francis, straight took my boot and kicked her right in the back of the head. In that car. We'd have just been all in the trash. This is possible. But again, this location is just absolutely booked. Like, he's trying to follow the COVID rules. He's trying to follow the standards. If it's a 2-hour wait, he may have to start coming up with some kind of samples. But I've seen people wait 2 hours to go to nightclubs. I've seen people wait an hour to go to Cheesecake Factory. I've seen people wait an hour to go to Logan's Steakhouse. 2-hour wait, so what? Don't care. You would not do it at Logan's. You would not do it at Cheesecake Factory. Come on. Exactly. If any of these women would have failed in this transaction, honey, they'd have sued him for slippery chairs. Honey, listen. I hear you. Smooth jazz. Here's the funny thing. There's a black, one of y'all let me know what his name is. It's a black guy, which there's several of them, who plays the jazz, but he'll jazz up, current songs. There's all kind of that. But I've seen people acting inappropriate to that too. I did say booty dust. The funk. I said what I said. I'm telling you, I mean, like, it's crazy. Two warnings. I mean, like, even like, I just don't understand. And here's the thing, here's what a part of what I think happened, and I've seen it happen, where unfortunately some of the restaurants, and sometimes Black restaurants, I've been to Italian restaurants where it happens, they're late on the food. So they try to butter you up, they give you a discount, or they kind of, hey, sorry about your food being late, here's some extra biscuits, here's some extra something. And so I don't know if their food was late the first time he told her, but let me tell you something. No, I don't care. I don't care. Was his speech extra though? Was it? How many times I have to tell you to sit down? Was it extra? I don't know if you can. I don't know if it was extra. How many times I gotta tell you to sit down? How old are you? How old are these people? Oh, I hate the word respectability politics. You know, Erica, they beat up Martin Luther King while he was in a suit. They beat him up. You know, it doesn't matter if you're $1 million Black man, they'll shoot you down in the middle of the street. Really? Really? You all deserve respect. You all deserve honor. But are you acting honorably? Right? Are you? Right? So, you know, I really get exhausted when people say respectability politics. Cursing is the language of the ratchets. It's funny. Oh my God, there's so many comments. You guys are wilding out. Hold on. Woo! Chris said it. I didn't say it. Chris said people are uncomfortable with Black male leadership, especially when they've never seen it at home. I would even say I've been at the barbershop with my nephew when I was waiting, and some young Black guy was in there, and he felt like somebody skipped him. And he was going on, and he was like talking. And the older Black man just stood back and was like almost laughing at him, like chuckling, like, chill out, young bro, chill out. Like, I've been here waiting, and they were just like, the energy he was giving these barbershop men was emotional. It was feminine. And they were laughing. So what, Deborah? Deborah, go see the other videos when he came up there and politely asked them, could you please not? Could you please not stand on the chair, sis? Then he came back a second time. Could you please? I really, thank you. How many times? How many times does a grown man have to come tell a grown old? She's not 22, y'all. She's in her mid-30s. Look at the women at the table in the camera angle. They are somebody's aunties. They look like 50-year-old aunties. Late 30s, late 40s, somebody's aunt. If your aunt was somewhere acting crazy, no. Oh, yeah, I've seen places that have dress codes and they apply it easily. Hey, thank you, Robbie Rob. Hey, shake it up. But I'm in the corner of my house, so I can do that. I can shake at my house. Okay. Let's see. Uh-oh, watch out. Booty dust on your pancake. Tell him, Mr. McCoy, a lot of people are shocked by his language. But I was at a 2-star Michelin restaurant in LA about 15 years ago, and the white chef owner came out and cursed this woman out so bad for complaining. It does happen. Hey, Nico, bring it up. Oh, Deborah, I can't agree with you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It cracked me up on how truckers run you off the road on a normal day. Now it's snowing, they cruising. They better slow it down. This is true. Houston be out there shaking it in the air. Ratchets. The restaurant is called True Kitchen and Kocktails. I'm sorry I didn't put it in the title. I'll refix it. There you go. He reacted how like they were behaving. See, cops being called, right? All this stuff, Alina, again. See, if the security or somebody else would have came and said it other than the owner, they'd have been mad too. We are so quick to call out Black businesses when they don't give us gold standard service, but expect them to tolerate our foolishness as customers. Goddess Noel, there is a theory called like the Black tax, or called like it's called something else, but it's essentially when Black people come into your restaurant, all of a sudden they are a food critic. And you should do this better, and you should do that better. And essentially what it is you're brown, I'm brown. I should be able to talk to you any old kind of way, and you should accept that, because the way I view myself is how I view you. You're not special. I mean, I've heard people even say that to my face. Well, Erica, there's nothing special about you. Bitch, please. If it wasn't, then people would be watching you, Otis, and not me. People would be investing with you, Otis, and not me. I mean, sometimes people really have to bring it down to that mentality, because if they think you know, they should be giving you a level of respect, they start getting upset. They should have gave that man the respect when he first came and told them to not do it. Oh my good. Yeah, it was a glass window. It's a frosted glass window if you actually see it in the video. It's the kind where they can't see into the restaurant, like giving it, there's a thing on the outside. 35 years old, shaking it out there. Deborah, we gonna have to just agree to disagree. I'm gonna go give that man my money. Stop. Why? Oh. Woo. She said everybody don't have it, y'all. Some people have season one. Oh, I cannot. Vote with your dollars. That's right. Ron for real estate. I just finished talking about you in the rise of 3% during the trading. You were not there. It was very sad. Bad publicity works. Ask Grant Cardone. Honey, Grant Cardone has had his most. I just put that in the course too. The No Kingmakers, and also the How to Fight Bad Publicity course. How to Fight Clean in a Dirty Online World. Grant Cardone is making out 10x better than he would have. I'm telling you. Begging an adult 3 times to act like an adult is frustrating. Yes. Somebody said, what is swag surfing? Oh, I heard it. And here's the thing. Just take the L and go on. Just take the L and go on. So I know the area. There is a Cake Boss store around the corner. It is a high-class area in Dallas. There is a $200 million house less than 5 miles from there. For sure. You know, I used to use the word ladies a lot, and my mom would be like, everybody's not a lady. I'd be like, well, that lady or this lady, and mom would be like, that girl. So unfortunately, as I told the previous class, this is a special hoodie. There's only 4 of them made with this gold lettering. Y'all can get the blue and white. Y'all can get the black and white. The Black Market Exchange, which I have an affiliate link. I wore a bunch of the shirts. So much people identified me with the shirts, a lot more than the owner, Eric. But Eric has left pharmacy because he's making so much money off these shirts. No, I'm messing. And he is now starting a church in Dallas. So there'll be no more black and gold. There will only be gold and the white. There'll only be the black and the white. Only I get the gold one. I'm telling you, I'm going to make it my business to go to that restaurant. Again, LP said, I've been trying to get reservations for months. Maybe I can get in now. No, He got 3,000 new reservations after this whole cancel culture. Listen, do you see what I'm saying, Archer? We're talking about not being able to play music around adults. Are you trying to tell me modern day urban women cannot treat like adults, cannot act like adults? I mean, people act like they have no physical control over their body. Whoa, kids' birthday parties. Kimoy, I get it. I think they're playing on particular nights. It's like an instrumental version, not the actual word version. But I've been to some of these brunch areas on Saturday, and they're playing some ratchet. But they usually play the instrumental version, and I don't ever see anybody at the brunch out there like, no, they just in line, sipping their mimosa, getting ready to go eat their food. You know, ambiance is important. You are correct. But I think he is going for a vibe. Like I see some of these young white restaurants playing cool music and having lots of areas to take Instagram pictures. Brooklyn said, I've been to spots 2 hour away to New York way before COVID, and we didn't act like that. He said you wouldn't do it at Sizzler. Sizzler closed. After all these years, Sizzlers is closed. Again, I will not disregard the fact that people said he cussed. I watched the video. Yes, he did cuss 2 times. Was that appropriate? No. But I could understand. I've come to a table multiple times to grown ass women, and y'all in there filming for Instagram like it's Club Applebee's. No, I'm sorry. No. Hidden Beach Hip Hop Jazz. There you go. That's one of them. But there's also this brother that does a really great job. That's what I used to listen to in the office. So there you go. And assume familiar, like I can talk to you like a little bit of disrespect. And I'm like, no, we don't play that. Oh man, you know. When I worked with Social Security back in the day, I would always send my white coworkers to talk to black people. They don't respect black authority. I have to agree. I will say this right now. There have been drivers who came to the office. My logistics manager is Chris. He's half black, half German. But he looks, Hispanic. He just does. He's got black guy hair, but his hair is always low cut. Men would come in the office because his office is first. I'm all the way in the back. Now, my picture of me sitting on top of trucks is all up in this office. But they come and go, well, this is your company, right? To Chris. And he would look around the corner like, no, that's who owns it. And the level of how the drivers interacted absolutely changed. When I was dealing with some African drivers under our 3PL, when I went to sell one of my trucks, their attitude was nasty. Like, oh, honey, I could just buy one of these trucks from you. I mean, how do you even own this truck? Where's your husband? And it was just very off-putting. But this happens black on black people. Yeah. Even the place I'm buying, there were black people who were getting their truck service and were like, man, these white people ain't selling to you. And Marcos and them laughed. They're like, yeah, they're selling to her. They're like, what? So there's a level of, disrespect that's easily thrown out. Since people are complaining, should he start a no tolerance after the first incident in the future? That's interesting. I think so. People are missing that whole part of it. Like, how many times he has to ask them? Even if I came and told the DJ, hey, stop playing that song, play a whole new song. And I mean, that's just too much, y'all. No, Tony Wade, what I was talking about is the fact that somebody said in the comment about respectability politics, if you're actually paying attention to the chat. And I said, I hate when people use the words respectability politics and try to say that we're only respecting upper class or middle class Black people if they dress a certain way, if they act a certain way. No, I think all lives are valuable, but the first thing Black people love saying is, well, they used to beat up Martin Luther King and he had on suits. It doesn't matter. Like that, everybody wore suits in the 50s. It wasn't an uncommon thing, right? But if you go out in America now and you have a suit on, show me where police officers are tackling men in suits and beating the S out of them. No, I'm not seeing that. You out here walking around in slides, socks, and pajamas. Yeah, possible. Honey, Gordon Ramsay cuss out people all the time, but they act like this is a new thing. Listen, on his website, dress code says no fuzzy slippers. The fact he has to list that is mind blowing. Exactly. I'd have threw them out. I'd have gave them their money. What was their food ready? Oh, here's your money back. Goodbye. Ain't nobody here to see you, Otis. Where did I find my VA? I was a part of another group. But my VA can find extra VAs, and there's lots of ways to find them. But I got them already trained. And a lot of people you deal with in Philippines have worked at online at Zappos and a lot of these places. Shay, I don't know. They could have kept it on OnlyFans. Honey, tell it. I find some people don't understand when you talk to them like a normal person. Every blue moon, you got to talk to them in a manner they understand. People mistake nice for weakness. Yes, I've had people try to sly insult me in my face, and I didn't immediately react. I waited a day, or I sent a really nice email, and they're like, oh, well, you should have said something. No, you were disrespectful. You were out of pocket. I've already corrected you. Here's your email. Black tax is real. Man, Apple Mac, that's crazy. Long time ago, I used to work at this hood hotel and used to have to bring my gun to work every day because people would try shit and I wasn't trying it. Now, prime example, if you know anything about me on this channel, I used to have a coffee shop across from a historically Black college, Fayetteville State University. And there was a barbershop 2 doors down. And the brothers would stand outside like we didn't know they were selling marijuana. Okay, like we didn't know. And I would say, hey, can you move down from my window? And I would get they would get a little bass in their voice. And this is when Erica would be like, I would call my cousin who's a cop and tell him, come park your car up here for a little bit. He come park his car up here. And at one point they thought I was a cop because his car was there one morning when I opened the coffee shop and my car wasn't there. And they were like, oh, you one of them? I'm like, no, my family's full of cops. And then I had less problems by my front door. But that's a shame that I got to come with the hitter on my hip and my cousin who's a police officer parked in front of my door multiple times for men of the community to get away from the door. You know, don't hang out in front of my shop. It's a coffee shop. Go hang out in front of the barber shop. Go hang out in front of the other locations. And it gets tiresome. It gets tiresome that good people have to be hoods for somebody to understand. So Ricky Smiley was probably making them ladies go wild in the background. Go ahead and share with us some of Ricky Smiley's comments since you were reading them. The people with her should have, but sometimes I feel like people are laughing at you, but not with you. Ooh, that's sad. The customer is not always right. Other patrons are entitled to enjoy their meals. Behaving in a nice restaurant as you would in a club is downright inappropriate. Thank you. Exactly. Yes, no Kingmakers is a bar marketing. Honey, listen. I am a Karen checker. I love it when some people try to act like they're about to say something crazy. I'm like, excuse me? Excuse me. Neo soul and jazz. Yes, I would agree. I would agree, but it is it sad that we can't play instrumental versions of other stuff? So whenever I hear a hey, I already know it's somebody somewhere dancing. Did I tell you I was at the airport and the lady is dressed in a full American Airlines outfit and she's sitting over here. There is a black woman with a coat on. She's dressed reasonably and she's on the phone. Now they done told you on the plane, hey, get off the phone. This just happened a month or two ago. Whatever, I just went to Detroit. I think it was October. Anyway, and they're like, ma'am, get off the phone. Okay. She's still on the phone. The other lady, who is a black lady, the lady working is white on American Airlines. This lady who's black woman, full American Airlines suit, y'all, costume. She says, ma'am, get off your phone. The black woman decides at that point, as we're going down the runway, to stand up and say, who are you talking to? Do you work here? And everybody's like, bitch, we are in the plane and we can see she clearly is in a full American Airlines suit. And she's like, yes, ma'am, I do. And she said, well, you need to learn how to talk to people. So then she sits down. Then she gets back up. Do you have children? Well, I'm not a child. I'm a grown woman. I'm 22. Don't talk to me like that. Learn how to talk to people. The lady goes, well, do you want to return to the tarmac? We can go ahead and get you back out there and we get you off the plane. Yes. At this point, all the white people in that section of the plane are like, shut up, sit down, shut up. And the saddest part is she was like, y'all can't tell me to shut up. She has to learn how to speak to people. And she sat down. And the first thing I thought was, it wasn't until the white people around the black lady in a full American Airlines costume. Yes, she was catching a ride to go home. She was off duty, but she's in a full, like, I just got off another flight, told you repeatedly to get off your phone. It wasn't until the white men, very angry white men around her, told you to shut your mouth and sit down that you shut up and you sat down. And then you still were feisty about it. And so when people try to tell me, no, it's not because she's black, no, I know, I've seen it. I've seen other black people give you less respect and be hostile to you when they are wrong. Sis, this white lady been up and down the plane hollering, don't be on your phone to everybody, not just you. Come on now. Anyway, I've seen it. And when people try to justify it, it bothers me because you've seen it too. You've seen people try to not give the same level of respect. K coaching, you and Kamoy take that up with each other. Hey, I don't know. Let's see. Gosh, there's a lot in here. I'm trying to. Y'all are going back and forth. I don't know. I'm missing that one. He said people doing the most 35 having cheeks out is embarrassing. Honey, let me tell you something. When you got a dress on, and I'm just being nice, I'm trying to be nice. When you got the whole reason we have sundress season is people like to look at people shake their booties. You at a restaurant in a dress up on somebody's furniture shaking your booty. I don't understand. I really don't. Kay said if they play shoot the club up, does that mean they have to shoot the club up? Oh, I cannot. Oh, it's so funny. I think that's funny. Oh, goodness. You never heard that? Oh, honey. Then you need to go to some of these high schools where some of these black football coaches have to almost dag near elbow drop some of these children. Kamoy, I get you. I get you. I think he was trying to give it this vibe. I've been to the camp in Houston. I've been to some other places where it looks nice, but they are definitely playing the ratchet music. But this place from the photos is a grade above those Houston locations. What's up? What's wrong with the title? What's wrong with the title? They were mad at you. Why? Honey, they've asked me all kind of crazy mess. I probably would fire the DJ too. I can believe that. I can believe that. In Atlanta, there's a brunch spot called the Garden Park. It is required to pay to RSVP spot. They offer 3 times with 3-hour increments. Whew. This is the standard to Alabama. Hey, now, I don't know. We don't know. Some people might have an old Earl or Otis at the house. We don't know that part. Honey, I've yet to see a person twerking at turkey leg. Not with all that turkey leg smoke in the air. They are not twerking even there. Oh no. I think the owner said these people only ordered water, so they weren't drunk. Penny stock, I could do a whole show on that. So if they only ordered water, they weren't drunk. Watching from Ghana, West Africa, the sisters love you over here. Thanks for touching on our brothers who think we need to stay in their shadows. We are fighting back. Okay, thank you for the $10 but Canadian money. I don't know what's kind of money. I think that's Canadian. Man, and really, there is progressive Black people and there are regressive. There is a yoga, which I'm very sad because of COVID, but it was called hip hop yoga. It was called something else yoga, and they're here in Austin and also in Houston. And essentially, they play neo soul from the 90s, Jill Scott, different stuff, and you're doing yoga to it. It's different, it's funky, it's enjoyable. And there ain't no ratchets in there. It's just kind of stretching to different type of music. Those ladies weren't young. Those ladies were in their mid-30s. Easy. Because the woman who, if you see the camera angle when he talked to him, she puts her mask on her face. She looked like somebody's at least 40-something-year-old aunt. So trust me, them weren't young ladies. I'm telling you, probation will wear you out. Listen, my family members are like, that's the worst job. Probation is the worst because you're talking to someone 9 times out of 10 with low impulse control. Robbie Rob just said that's like white people doing a mosh pit at Roof Chris because rock instrumental is played. At some point, we got to get better at self-control. That's so funny. Again, it's your establishment. Oh, and you know what? I actually believe that wholeheartedly. I wholeheartedly believe that. Trying to tell somebody else how to do their job. And again, you have them growing up in a system where there's always a white coach, a white quarterback. It's a system. Kamoy's down there in Mexico sipping my ties like, y'all better shut up. Get my name out your mouth. But anyway. Anyway. So look, you guys, I've been on here an hour and I'm just appalled and I'm shocked and I'm sad because we want more restaurants and more ownership and more Black people to own places we can go and pro Black this, that, and pro Black this, that. But when that man corrects you, how dare him correct you? Who are you? You're a person giving him your money. Now, when them Asians is putting that foot to your ass, you go right back up in there. So I will be going up in there for that young man's speech. So anyway, y'all leave Kamoy alone. She's good people. Kamoy will be back for our December 31 days of giveaway Christmas too while we're at it. So, but anyway, they are not 22 looking 32. Now, the only person I know who aged like that is, what's her name? The WAP singer that looked like she's 40 years old. What's her name? What's her name, y'all? The girl who sings WAP. Whatever her name is. Not the young girl, but the older one that used to be a stripper. When they keep telling me her and Ariana Grande are the same age, I literally, I just be like, these are lies from the pit of hell. And I tell people when they told me her and Ariana Grande were the same age, I was like, y'all, this how you know she ain't Black. She not Black. Black don't crack like that. It don't age like that. It don't rock. But anyways, Cardi B, thank you. Somebody put in the chat. I appreciate y'all. They were looking rough. They were looking a little bit old to be 22. Yeah, it took me a minute. I'm like, you know her name. She don't even have a name no more. She's just WAP girl. So, but anyway. All right, you guys. This is your girl, Erica from the Classic Clown blog. I got to get off here and answer some emails for people beat me up. I'll talk to you guys later.